We ask you to step outside, please.
Would you listen to me a minute?
Not really, because the concern isn't about you, it's about Dr Rashid.
I was removed from the bedside of my dying daughter. Where was the humanity? Where was the compassion? Where was the professionalism? I want answers to these, and I don't think there is anybody who is willing to stand up and say sorry, which is the least that they should do.
Unfortunately, we need to speak to you outside.
We have just been told about half an hour ago that they are going to take the tube out and our daughter is going to die.
To be honest, the very first time I watched that video, I was actually disgusted with myself. And shall I tell you why? Because I had hindsight and I could then see what was about to happen. Because actually, if you watch it, the very first time, I looked pathetic, because it looked as if I was begging. And I was begging for my daughter's life.
The doctors could have stepped this down. The doctors have escalated this.
Right, okay. Well, we can agree to disagree. We're not here to discuss that.
I know,
all we're
I
here
feel
to
bad
discuss,
for you. You are put in a bad position. Because of this. They shouldn't have called you in at all.
I don't know how the police, how the doctors are going to justify their actions, having found no reason to charge me for an offence that I never committed, but that allowed them to arrest me like an animal and in a barbaric way.
Mrs. Abbasi.
Leave go of your daughter. Leave go of your daughter. What are you doing to my wife and yourself for?
I was shouting, I'm in pain, I'm dizzy, I'm breathless, let me have my medicine. And they just quickly handcuffed me, and then, on an intensive care where nurses and doctors were there, my cry for help fell on deaf ears.
And I think a very interesting point I think you should raise.
I could have died. I could have died for having a heart attack and heart
No, but the
dysrhythmia.
pain that you have when you're having a heart attack is equivalent to labour pain. So it is that intense. And if he'd had the emergency medicine, that may well have stopped him having the heart attack. And having had the heart attack, the long-term repercussions are, the following day he had to have a procedure at the sister hospital to open up his arteries. And then he had to have another one this February, and then another one just in June. And this is when normally a procedure would last him 5 years. So this is the repercussions. And because
still
of that,
going on.
yeah.
I still wake up in the night. I'm still distressed. I wake up as if people are snatching and taking tube out of my daughter. And I could feel the tightening of handcuffs at my wrist. I've got photographs where I was.
The bruises lasted so long, and it was like, because he was describing it to me, he said it was like metal Velcro. Because I said, what did they do? Because I could see it, but I mean, not being funny, but these are people who on a day-to-day basis deal with the public. Could they not assess the situation? Or what were they fed? This is what I'm concerned about. What information were they given that they behaved in the way that they did? And somebody should be held responsible, because today it happened to us. We're professional, we're middle class, middle-aged, in fact aged, really. The way we were treated was appalling. But this is going to happen again and again and again.